But one area which has been sold down very heavily has been the material space, and some big losers there, the biggest being the Discovery Metals stock, down by 26% this week. Now the company not actually coming out with any announcements. In fact, the ASX issuing a speeding ticket there, but the shares reaching the lowest level that we've seen since December 2009. So a big loss there. And then, of course, the gold miners, we have to mention them. Silver Lake Resources, Resolute Mining, Beetle. These have all been smashed quite badly this week, down by about 16 to 23% for these three stocks. So those gold miners certainly seeing some very big losses. On a more positive note, though, we have seen those defensives outperforming. Telecom Corporation has been an outperformer, up by 8%. We've seen Goodman Fielder up by 6%. We've also seen Sigma Pharmaceutical up by 6%. So it does look like those defensives, like food, like healthcare, like telecom, doing well. Maverick Drilling also doing well. MAD is the stock code there. That stock's up by 6%. That was on the back of a production report and a production update to the market. But all in all, a pretty difficult one for the market this week. Really dragged down by that material space. But on the flip side, defensives very much in favour.
Given what you mentioned about those gold producers, I mean, definitely falling a lot more than the falls in the gold price we have been seeing, do you expect we might start to see some consolidation in that sector, Julia?
I think that's certainly a possibility, and if we have a look at the gold miners, they're now in a bear market. If we have a look at 2013 so far, the gold space is down by 23%. That's compared to the gold price, which is down by 7.5% in that time. So it has been a very difficult time for the gold miners. We have a look at some of the big losers. It has been the smaller end of town, but even if we have a look at the mid-sized space, we've seen Silver Lake down by 51% and Troy Resources down by 48%. These are stocks that were darlings of the market only a couple of years ago. In fact, if we have a look at the gold space, there's only been two stocks that have traded higher in 2013 so far. One is Azimuth. Now that stock's up by 30%, and that's on the back of a takeover. So we are starting to see a little bit of consolidation in this space. We're seeing Troy Resources making a bid for this stock. It's an all-scrip bid. It does make sense for Troy Resources, and I guess if we have a look at this all-scrip bid, it means the companies will be able to have synergies and hopefully be able to reduce some of their operating costs, which has been a thing in the gold space for the last couple of years, where we have seen costs rising by about 10 to 15%, and that's really been eating into stock prices as well. So it has been a difficult time for the gold space. Have a look at those gold miners with very strong balance sheets to be the ones doing this takeover, but we could see more scrip type offers, as we are seeing with Troy Resources making that bid for Azimuth. But altogether a hard time for gold miners. We are expecting to see some consolidation in this space.
Yeah, indeed. Julia, just quickly, what are you expecting on the broader market today? The SPI futures are pointing to a positive open. Do you think we might see a bounce back after yesterday's sell-off?
I think we will claw back some of those losses, but I think it's also going to be quite a cautious session on the Australian share market. We still see the Chinese market closed for a holiday, so we're expecting to see some lighter volumes there. And then, of course, the risks tonight. We see the non-farm payroll numbers, which are the biggest economic release around the globe. Now, if we have a look at the lead up to these job numbers out in the US tonight, with the ADP job survey, which was out this week, was quite disappointing. We also saw weekly jobless claims out in the US, and they were also a disappointment. So I guess if we have a look at consensus, it's for 190,000 jobs to have been created. But with that release coming up tonight, I think we'll see a bit of caution. The leads from overnight markets, though, have been good. We have seen stocks higher, the euros higher, but we have seen the yen tanking overnight. And of course, central banks have very much been in focus. The Bank of Japan, with its extra stimulus through its asset purchase program of 7 trillion yen per month. The European Central Bank overnight really not changing anything. They kept things unchanged and reiterated their commitment to low interest rates there. But altogether, I guess more stimulus should be good news for risk assets, despite that very big risk of the non-farm payrolls tonight.
Julie Lee.